everyone, welcome back. So today we'll be talking about blueprints, so which is under management and governance. So click that. So basically a blueprint in Azure is a declarative way to define and orchestrate the deployment of a set of Azure resources. So it allows you to specify the configuration of resources, policies and roles that are required for a specific workload or environment. So blueprints can be used to automate the deployment of Azure resources, ensure compliance with organizational standards, and reduce the time and effort required for manual configuration. So that is what the definition of Azure Blueprints is according to the docs. And you can also read here, Blueprints enables quick creation of governance subscriptions. This allows cloud architects to design environments that comply with organizational standards and the best practices. So you can create one here. So already I created one. So I'll be showing you how this is done. So just go back, create one. So you can select the samples here, or you can just go ahead and start with a blank blueprint. So click that, and here add the name. So in this case I'll just add my blueprint 2 or 1, and you can add the relevant description if you want. And coming to the definition location, so management group or a subscription where the blueprint defined is saved. So in this case you can select the tenant level. So if you select it, you can add it here, or you can add it in the subscription level. So you can just select that one. There you go. So it is done. Now let's go to artifact. So here you can create different artifacts. So let's click add here, and you can add the policy assignments or the role assignments, Azure role manager template and resource group and so on. So in this case you can just click role assignment and search for tag, or you can add any other one if you want though. So inherit a tag from subscription if missing. So I'll just add this one. So it is done, and you can see here the value will be specified when your blueprint is assigned, or you can just remove it and add the name here if you want. So I'm just going with the dynamically, so I'm just leaving it default. So let's click, and coming to the next, you can add the role assignment. So role assignment, and you can select the role that you want. So let's go ahead with the contributor in this case, and you can add it, or you can manually add the users. So search for users in your directory. So I got one of the user, click that and add. So you have added role assignment here. And coming to the next one, let's add a resource group. So in this case I'll just add it as, let's say, blueprint RG. So here you can set the value, or you can just leave it as default. So I can just add here and leave it, and inside this resource group let me add my resources. So I'll be using here Azure Resource Manager template. So click that, and I'll just add it as ARM RG. Sorry, I just add it as ARM. So if you talk about the difference between ARM and this blueprint, ARM is a tool used to deploy and manage Azure resources, while Azure Blueprint are used to orchestrate and automate the deployment of a set of Azure resources for a specific workload or environment. So ARM template are used to automate the deployments of individual resources, while Blueprint are used to automate the deployments of a set of resources and configurations. So that is what the difference between these two are. And here you can you have to have the template in order to deploy ARMs. So I have to copy one. So let me go here, home, and let's search for ARM, and so you can see we have deploy a custom template. So click that, and here, okay, let's try to create a virtual machine. Okay, so click that, and here if you see you have template as well as parameters. So there is a default ARM template that usually we can use, and here you can see the resources as well as the parameters and the variables which are present in this JSON file. So I'll just copy this one, and you can just paste here, right? And you can see the values have been populated, right? So okay, let me show you before. Like before there was no parameters. So let me show you that one. So if I click here, let's add it as ARM, and if you check parameters, there is no parameters. So after adding my JSON file, so all the parameters has been populated. So you can just click add. So it's done. ARM template has been done. And next, inside this you can also add other, like maybe role assignments, policies, and so on. So you can continue this way and add your blueprint. And once it is done, make sure that you save it. All right. And let me check other one. So if you select ARM template, yeah, I think that should be fine. So once it is done, make sure that you save it. So if I go back here, coming to blueprint definitions, so here you have to mention the scope. So if that scope is at tenant level, you will be not able to see this blueprint, because this blueprint was created at subscription level, right? So which is under this management group. So if I select this one and just select it, you'll be not able to see my blueprint. So make sure that you select appropriate scope and then search, or else you'll just try to refresh it. So that's the reason. So let me select my subscription here and select. So this is my blueprint that has been created. So if I click this, so these are the resources that has been created. So this is the ARM template, and this I have added another role, which is owner. So basically, after saving it as a draft, you can also edit it and add appropriately. You can see the artifacts you can add appropriately if you want any. And if you want to change, you can change. So if you see in the parameters, you have a storage type, right, which is LRS. So you can change to the the least one, which is LRS. So yeah, this is the least one. So you can select based on your preference and add it. So in this case, I'll just leave it as default. And let me go back. And here let's try to publish it. So here it's a version control. So you can see blueprint version can contain only letters, numbers, and dashes, spaces, and other special characters are not allowed. So in this case, I'll just start it as version 1, and you can add it like this particular blueprint has so and so roles, and it has so and so policies. So you can just click publish. So you have successfully published it, and let's say you want to do some changes. So let's say I have added maybe edit that one, and let's try to change or let's add any other role, and in this case let's add it as reader, and in this case I'll add Tajai, but let's add Kiran. And add him and add, and save draft. So the draft has been saved, and you can publish this blueprint, and now you can add it as version 2, and you can add the notes here, so saying that you have added a particular role, and you can publish it. So that is how you can work with these blueprints. So yeah, coming to this video, I hope you guys have understood the concept of today's video, which is blueprints. So if you've liked the video, please click the like button below, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, and please share the video. Thanks everyone.